Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're an old friend, then welcome back. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. So I am coming on here just to do kind of a quick energy check-in and just get a video of the card pull, because sometimes when I do that off camera, I end up wishing that I had turned the camera on. So I may or may not post this depending on what comes out. But yeah, it's just a general card pull, energy check-in. Checking in to see where we are in the energy, whatever message spirit wants to give, yada, yada, yada. All right, let's start with this deck. And yes, this might be a longer video if I do post it, because I'm not, I don't have any agenda here. I don't have any previous message or download. I'm just taking my time to sort through the energy. It's almost like a behind the scenes look. You get to see how things look, how the process works when I'm not on camera. Only I'm on camera. Okay, so we have the sun, and this is a unicorn. The unicorn, happiness and rainbows. I'm getting just a very childlike happiness, a feeling a little bit of getting back to basics, okay? It's like getting back to that childhood happiness, that almost blissful ignorance, okay? Like when you're a kid and you're happy because you don't have to worry about anything, you know what I mean? Like mom and dad have all the stress and worries and strife, and you just get to be a kid and be happy. And if that wasn't your childhood, then I feel like this is a gift that you're being given. That blissful happiness that you missed out on is going to be given to you now. Not much else coming out from this deck right now. I'll give it one more go around and then I'll switch to something else, and that's too many, so we'll do that again. Alright. The Knight of Cups reverse. And the Moon on the bottom of the deck. So it's like someone doesn't want you to see that your happiness makes them jealous or disappointed or gets them in a mood. I have been seeing the numbers 123, 313, 777, 77777, 999, like so much lately, so much. 1212. So I don't know exactly what the significance is, but it could just be a confirmation and a synchronicity if you are seeing the same numbers. We have the number 64, merit making, goodness, humanness, and morality. From this card, I am just getting that behind the scenes look again, like the making of, you know, merit making, the making of the movie, like how is it done? All right, so like a behind the scenes look a little bit, I feel, from that card. Like we're getting a behind the scenes look. 12. Stop. I don't know if this is spirit saying stop, don't go any further, or if this is like someone else who doesn't want the curtain, you know, to pull back the curtain, doesn't want the curtain pulled back, doesn't want people to see how things are done, how things are made, you know, behind the scenes. What's behind the scenes? They don't want the curtain pulled back. This could be a parent, possibly a narcissistic parent with mask here, and imagination, variety, fantasy, mind. Yeah, they don't want you. This is a parent, either your parent or someone that you co-parent with, or someone that views you as a child, okay? They don't want you to pull the mask off. They don't want you looking too far behind the scenes. It's like they don't want you to go any further. I feel like you have, okay, so the sun is about exposure as well, right? I feel like you have, you have exposed this person about as much as they can take, and they want it to stop. They can't take any more. Also, it's like their false reality, the mask and the imagination, the mind, right? It's like they have, the mask is not just the mask they wear on their face or in their mind. They have worked tirelessly their entire life to create a whole facade, okay? A whole show, all right? A whole world, a whole false reality. And and you, they don't want me to talk about it, but I'm doing it anyway. You have only scratched the surface. You have only begun to scratch the surface, okay? With 12 and 24 here, you're only like, well, halfway there, maybe. Okay? And they're like, they can't take anymore. They really don't want you to go any further than you already have. They don't want to be exposed anymore. You may have exposed them to their children. Okay, this may not be a co-parent of yours, but just a parent in general. Okay, a parent with children. Okay. And it's like you may have intentionally or unintentionally, exposed them to their own children. Okay. And so this is absolutely, you know, like, to them, the worst thing that could happen. Because it's like now it feels a little bit like they had these children so brainwashed, and now they're starting to question not only this parent, but everything that the parent, the whole false reality that the parent created for them. Now, this could be an adult child, or it could be a child. But I feel like we're getting to a point of like no return kind of feeling, the point of no return. They really don't want you to go any further. It's like you've exposed them to everyone that actually ever really mattered to them. And you've completely crumbled, like, their false reality, okay? Again, not just for themselves, but for the people, you know, around them. Something about money. Or maybe they want to offer you money to shut you up. 5 of Wands. Okay? Or maybe, you know, they picked a fight with you over money, and this is what has ended up exposing them. Yeah, because you, on the bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands, you tried to defend yourself, okay, against their attacks, and this was all over money. So it's like you just standing up for yourself, okay, defending yourself, has exposed this person. Because you didn't, I'm getting 2, I would, like, there's no 9 of Wands here, but I'm getting that feeling. 9 of Swords and High Priestess. But I'm getting the feeling that, like, you didn't back down. You never backed down. And it's like they're in the 9 of Swords because you knew what they were doing all along. You knew who they were all along. You saw through the mask, through the facade, maybe since you were a child, okay? And it has brought them to their knees, okay? It has brought them to their knees. You exposing this person has brought them to their knees, and they're literally begging God to make it stop, or to stop you. They're begging God to stop you from going any further. Yeah, they're in the 5 of Cups, but they don't realize that, like, the star, this is all for their own good, okay? They don't realize that you are, in fact, working for God, okay? God is the reason that you did all of this, okay? Or that all of this has happened. Because this person caused, they refused to heal themselves and instead created an entire false reality, which was hurting other people and, you know, creating a whole false reality that all those people now needed to heal from as well. That it's like the pain that they were causing by refusing to heal was becoming infinite. And so God had to step in or send you in to do something about it. Right? 5 of Cups too, because it's like they were like a black hole, or they were causing some kind of black hole. Yeah, Ace of Wands, that's the truth. And 10 of Wands. So I'm just getting to that, like, maybe this ends with you walking away, okay? Or the burdens end when you leave, when you walk away, when you leave this all behind. Tell me about the 10 of Wands. Clarify the 10 of Wands. Yeah, 5 of Wands. It's like the 5 of Wands became the 10 of Wands because it was a one-sided competition. So all 10 wands fall on them. Okay? So it's like, instead of, you know, like 5 wands with them and 5 wands with you and you're competing, it's all 10 wands on them. Because they're the ones that tried to compete. They're the ones that tried to turn it into a game. They're the ones that tried to bring you to your knees. And it's falling right under the 5 of Wands again. So we have the Ace of Wands over the Ace of Swords, okay? And we have the 5 of Wands over the 10 of Wands with the 5 of Wands. So what I'm getting here too is that they were trying to compete with you for your new beginnings, for your blessings. But these were meant for you specifically. But it's like they were unhappy. They were unhappy with their own life the way that it was. And they thought that by somehow by taking your new beginnings, that it would make them happy. Rather than actually have their own new beginnings, because they didn't want to have to put in the work and the effort. And they weren't brave enough to leave all of their stuff behind to get that new beginning like you did. What else? Tell me about the 7 of Wands. What about the 7 of Wands? Why is the 7 of Wands here? I told you, 9 of Wands. was giving me like 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands. It's like defending yourself, standing your ground, you know, being the last one standing, not afraid to stand alone, knowing, right, knowing that you standing up for yourself is like part of your mission, right, as like a soldier, okay, to stand your ground, to fight back. And not afraid to do it alone, you know? And it's like not being willing to stop, right? To go the distance, because you know that you have nothing to hide. It's them. They have everything to hide. But they're the ones that started it in the first place. It's like they're the ones that started it, but you're the one that's going to finish it. The Sun, 9 of Swords, the Sun. You have... It's like you have exposed their nightmares. Oh. It's like you are their nightmare. They are living in a nightmare right now. Okay? The kind of thing that they have literally woken up from a cold, hard sweat in the middle of the night, you have brought upon them. It's their worst nightmare to be exposed, to have their entire false reality brought to light. But again, it's like you're just doing what God sent you here to do. We have the 9 of Pentacles under the High Priestess. Clarify the 9 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. The Devil. They think you're working for the devil. They think you are the devil. They don't understand how they're the ones that have actually been in devil energy. They don't see the devil inside themselves. Five of Cups. Five of Cups. It's like Four of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. I mean, it's like you saved yourself by moving quickly, or by having some kind of communication. Okay, some kind of communication saved you. So I'm going to put the Eight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Clarify the Eight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Clarify the Eight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. I don't want to. Something about the Four of Wands and the Moon. It's like something about like moving quickly. You had to move quickly. Like from a home. Maybe you up and left a home all of a sudden. Okay, without knowing where you were going to go. And that somehow this saved you from a Five of Cups situation. Or they did this to you because they wanted you in a Five of Cups. Because it's like misery loves company. They're miserable, right? They're that black hole and they're trying to suck you in. So some kind of maybe Page of Swords, the Fool, and the Strength. So some kind of perseverance, okay, evidence, messages, perseverance, leading to your new beginning. So it's like you never gave up. You never gave up trying to get through to them about what they did. Okay? It's like you continued to speak directly to them with courage and passion. And like I said, like perseverance. And your words eventually swayed them. Your words swayed them. You persuaded them. Your words persuaded them to come out of the Five of Cups and into the Star. To persuaded them to do their own healing, the Fool, to start their healing journey. You persuaded them to start their healing journey. Your words, your messages, the words that you spoke, you finally convinced them to come out of the Five of Cups and into the Star and the Fool to start their healing journey. The High Priestess and the Eight of Swords, they still have a negative mindset towards you and your gifts and your spiritual gifts. So it's like they don't appreciate all that you've done to help them get on this healing journey. They're actually quite upset about it. We have the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Cups. So I am getting from this a little bit that, like, if this person is a parent and they have children, that part of the reason that they finally, you know, decided to take the steps, the necessary steps to start their healing journey is because they may have been told that they were going to get cut off, disconnected. Seven of Cups, from something that they wanted, or from future opportunities, okay, if they didn't. So that's why they're not happy about this, because they feel like they were forced to, either by you or someone else. Ten of Cups, but all's well that ends well, I guess. In the pursuit of truth. Knight of Swords. So tell me about this Sun card at the very beginning. Knight of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. I am getting that this is like an offer, a gift of love from a mother figure, okay? It's like they want to offer you the chance and the opportunity to find the happiness that you should have had as a child. They want to give you this now, because they love you. This parent may be living or passed away. They want you to be happy. They know that you deserve to be happy. And I feel like they're trying to make amends for you not being able to have that level of happiness as a child. So they want to give Tina. I hope that this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I hope, if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time. And I hope that if you haven't already, you will like, share, and subscribe. Bye.